Hey, Get Speaking Gigs YouTube subscribers, Facebook group members. We are here to talk about what it takes to run a six-figure speaking business. Now, I am out of office. I am, out and about and not with my fancy background or anything like that. So bear with me as we dive into the content because that's what you are here for. Anyway, go ahead, do subscribe and do hit the little bell to make sure you're notified of these upcoming videos every single day. I talk about what it's like to run a six-figure speaking business, how to get the gigs, how to charge for the gigs, how to make sure you get paid, all of the above. Now, these past 2 weeks, right, January 1st through January 14th, has been a whirlwind of activity. Now, here's the key. If you want to run a successful business of any kind, the cure for failure, right? Most small businesses fail, most startups fail. The numbers are staggering. The cure for that failure is massive action. So I launch several initiatives. I push them all out at once. I got a lot of plates spinning, and I'm just a one-man show, right? So I believe anybody can do this. All it takes is a little bit of focus, a little bit of knowing which actions to take. I think that's a big piece of the pie right there. That's a big part of the puzzle. Identify, obviously identify what you want, identify how you're going to get there, and then identify the steps that you need to take, and then focus on making sure that you are taking those danged steps. So for me, a big part of those steps this first couple of weeks is reaching out to past clients and saying, hey, new year, let's say we work together again, right? And you'll see that if you don't have past clients, there are a lot of ways to go and get some past clients and have conversations with paying speaking customers. Now, I do want to share with you a little hint into my financials. Right here, you can see there are some moments when I have been paid. I've earned a little bit of, you can see a little incremental increase on a couple of times. That's when I've gotten some royalty checks from books and those types of things. So this right here is very, very common. You see it's no money at first. You're taking a lot of massive action, and then it results in results, right? It results in money. So what are some of those actions that I've taken? What does it mean to take massive action? Let me go ahead and let me recap a couple of the couple of highlights from the last 2 weeks. I did a speaking gig, right? That's really significant. I did a live speaking gig for a major corporation, Fortune 1000. They're almost in the Fortune 500, but hey, give them a couple of years. And I received a lot of leads from that. So I've been following up with, it was over 60 leads that I received, 65 to be exact. And then I had 2 other leads from other sources. As well. I grew my list by 318 people. I used a specific tool called Talkadot. If you do speeches and you want to get leads and feedback and data from those speeches, highly, highly recommend Talkadot. I'll throw a link into the description. I know it's not there just yet as I'm live streaming. Next, what did I do? I did post an upcoming event. There is somebody reached out to me, one of those leads, and said, hey, would you be interested? It's not my topic, so I said no. Lesson 1, whatever business you want to run, if you want to scale it, you want to take it to the toppermost of the poppermost. How about some integrity? How about some making sure that you operate as ethically and morally as possible? So one of the things that I operate my life by, especially in business, if I can't help someone, I'm not going to take the money, right? If I can't help someone, I'm not going to take the money. Period. End of sentence. So this was not my jam, not my sweet spot. She said, great. Will you please open it up to your Get Speaking Gigs folks? And I did. I posted that in the Facebook group. And this is something you can find calls for speakers. You can find opportunities to speak. A lot of them are low fee, no fee, that sort of thing. But those are the people who are looking for very, very specific speakers. And you are a very, very specific speaker. And if you happen to match exactly what they're looking for, then the odds of you rescuing them and saving the day and providing the speaker that they need go through the roof. And then you get that opportunity to stand on the stage, impact the audience. And then my favorite part, right? Because I didn't just do a gig this last week. I didn't just do a gig. I leveraged that gig to the best of my ability. So I invited people to attend that gig. I promoted the heck out of that, right, to my past clients and those types of things. I used the video from that gig. I did survey the audience and gather a lot of data from the audience. I gathered a lot of leads using Talkadot. So definitely leverage every speaking opportunity. Okay, so I did the gig, I leveraged the gig. And then I posted someone else's gig. And again, if you're interested, check out the Facebook group. Next, I made 37 new videos, right? I do these live streams every day, but I also do stuff for my Patreon group where I go behind the scenes and I say, hey, this is how much money came in. This is where the money came from today. This is the action steps I took. This is what worked. This is what didn't work. And I go into real detail there. So that is a significant number of videos every single day, over 2 a day. But I also made some social media content that went viral. I had it was over 10,000 views just real quick. And for me, that's a big number. All right. Next, I did let's see, that's already been mentioned. That's short promo videos, already been mentioned. Hey, if I don't know, we'll skip that. If you, I launched a video service for speakers, right? So that's another thing I did this week. I do speak at events. I'm a speaker. That's where I make the bulk of my income. I also help other speakers get events, right? I help speakers get gigs and get booked. So getspeakinggigs.com is where we sort of operate from. And we just launched this new initiative to help speakers. Over and over, they come to me and they say, Tim, I need a demo video so that I can get gigs. And I need gigs so that I can get a demo video. What do I do? So we came up with affordable demo videos for speakers, and it is getspeakinggigs.com/videos. I'll put a link. All right. So I launched that whole thing, made a few sales, starting to help speakers get their videos. I'm really, really excited about that. What else did I do? All right. I think, oh my gosh, not to mention, I created daily LinkedIn posts, right? Part of my social media strategy. And then personal stuff. I had 2 root canals. I had I have 3 kids that I have to daddy. I'm going through this divorce that many of you know about, and there's a lot of paperwork and letters back and forth. I also hosted 2 group coaching calls for the stage 1 0 to 10K program, right? And that is, to me, if you want to take massive action, 0 to 10K in 90 days, I pile on the action steps for you in that program. I give you the exact plan, the exact path, all the tools, resources, scripts, templates that you need to make that happen. I also hosted 2 office hours sessions. One of them got pretty hot and heated, right? We were doing a lot of debating, and it was quite fun. I met with 3 coaching clients. I have some upcoming stuff. I worked on a podcast appearance in Australia, a television appearance in Nepal, starting to work on a new book, and planning the 2023 Next Stage Speaking Summit. So yeah, definitely lots of stuff going on, lots of initiatives. And that's just the stuff that sort of landed, the stuff that worked. Didn't quite share all of the other stuff that I do that doesn't work. And also the really important stuff that I do, my daily routines, my habits, the mindset game, right? The mindset game. And I showed you that graph earlier. This is, I don't have the exact financials in there for just, personal privacy reasons. That's for our Patreon subscribers. But basically it's, already 6-figure speaking business, or on pace for a 6-figure speaking business. And yeah, Dean, it was epic on Friday. Mastermind was epic. And Dean also says, if you want to be the go-to expert, you need to be the go-to expert. Be the go-to resource, guide, resources, expertise, help them get what they, buyers and bookers, need, want, and desire. Easy peasy. If you want to run a business, you got to sell some stuff. If you want to sell some stuff, you got to find out what people want. And then you just got to give it to them, right? So it is pretty simple when you break it down that way. Now, in the life, again, of a professional speaker or an entrepreneur, in any case, in any way, any shape, any form, massive action is the cure for failure. Take a look at what you are doing. Don't forget mindset. Don't forget here's the thing that I hear so much that almost drives me a little bit crazy. People say to me all the time, Tim, I know what I need to do. I just need to do it. Is that you? Right? I know what I need to do. I just need to do it. And if that's the case, if you know what you need to do, but you just need to do it, then that is evidence that you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do to get yourself to do it. You don't know what to do in such a way that is clear and concise and doable and actionable. If you know what to do, you just need to do it. That means you don't know what to do. So I've taken that to heart. I work with coaches myself. I've met with them. That's another thing I didn't mention that I do, but it's all about getting the mindset right so that you can dream big. My goal is 0 to 500K in 5 months, right, is a quadrupling of my business, right? So my average business, $300 to $350,000 a year. You know, pre-COVID, we're getting back there. We're getting back. But this year, gonna surpass that. In fact, quadruple that. So yeah, you know, 500,000. I don't mean for the year. I mean in 5 months, cash in hand. And you all know, you've been following me. That is the big, hairy, audacious goal for me. But what's the cure for failure? Massive action. If you want to quadruple your income, all you got to do is 10x how much you serve your audience. One of my coaches told me this, Tim, it is easier to 10x your business than it is to 2x your business. If you are already speaking and you already have a speaking business and you want to increase it, you want to double it, triple it, quadruple it, start thinking about 10x. He told me, because 10xing is a different, it's not like when you're trying to double your income, you try to double the number of sales that you make, you try to double your prices, you try to sell more stuff to the same people. He's like, you're playing the same game, but trying to win it harder. And it takes a lot of effort to do that. He said, rather, why don't you just play a different game? Play in a different sandbox, play at a different level. It is easier to 10x your business than it is to 2x your business. And I found that to be true. Again, you just taking, again, massive action in different areas, different mindset, different thinking, and the results are starting to show. So thank you, Dean. Appreciate it. Preach that, brother. 10x is not 10 times the work. That is a huge piece of the puzzle. 10x is not 10 times the effort. A lot of people think, I always say, thinking hourly in terms of income. Thinking hourly is thinking foully. It ain't about how many hours you put in. It's about how much value you deliver. And I spoke on a stage and there were 3,000 people registered for this event. And, you know, does that mean I have to 3,000 times my impact than to speak to one person? Or my effort to speak to one person? No, it's the same effort, increase the impact. And a lot of that has to do with connecting with people, with partnering with people, with joint venturing with people. And that is it. That is my advice for you. It's a little bit of a look back at the last 2 weeks, kind of a milestone, again, was reached, getting back on pace for at least 6 figures. And, you know, I think I think the advice and the lessons learned and the difference between these past 2 weeks and these past, I would say, since like 2014, 2015, it's just the level of growth that's happening is, yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. So find your why, right? Why do you want to run a 6-figure speaking business? Find your how. What's your plan? What's your path? And then, you know, find your energy to, you know, take that massive action and move forward with that massive action. All right, that's a long one today. We're going to end this broadcast. We will speak soon every single day. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube, on our Facebook, and don't forget the behind the scenes on the Patreon page where you get all the access. I mean, I'll give you the details for sure. Like literally, like the emails that I send out. I have actual conversations with corporate clients. I have conversations with my coaches, all like live recorded there for you to binge watch. So go ahead and take a look at my past 2 weeks of running a 6-figure speaking business on patreon.com. All right, speak soon.